What's going on, Lions fans, and welcome back to the fourth episode of the Lions Den. As always, I'm your host, Herman Moore, and man, do we have another jam-packed show for you guys today. We just finished Week 15 and just advanced into Week 16, so the playoffs are in sight for some teams. Our Lions are currently one of them, still seeing if we can squeak in, but everybody else starting to shift their focus to off-season, the draft right on the corner, free agency. It's an exciting time in the XCFL. Trade talk's kicking up here. It's my favorite time in the XCFL. But let's go ahead and take a look here and see how our Lions are currently sitting heading into our week 12 game. But as you can see, we're sitting at 5-5. Last episode, we covered our game against the Browns and the Bears. This episode, we don't have any highlights for you guys, but we are going to go over our games against the division rival Vikings, the Baltimore Ravens, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and then our other division rival, Chicago Bears. We're currently riding that 4-game win streak coming out of the bye week. Lions are red hot. Brad Kaya's playing out of his mind. And now with Stafford coming back, or being cleared from injury to come back if he wants to, Coach Larson is going to have to make a big decision here if we're going to see Stafford or stick with the rookie Kaya. So, with all that being said, let's get right into our Week 12 box score here against the Vikings. And as you can see, the Lions took a big L, 35-14. Kaya did get the start, and man, was this the end of the Brad Kaya sensation. 5 interceptions. The Vikings defense tore him apart. Couldn't get much going. Golden Tate had a big game, but as you can see, Dalvin Cook, 221 yards rushing, 4 touchdowns. That was kind of the story of this game. Danielle Hunter had 4 sacks on the day as well. We'll go to our next matchup, which is Week 13 against the Ravens. Big win for the Lions here. Both teams are sitting just around 500. Lions got back on track. Stafford got the start, but Tevin Coleman did most of the damage with 5 touchdowns, 3 on the ground, 2 through the air. All around big game. Lions defense still giving up a ton of rushing yards. Going to have to get that figured out if we are hoping to make the playoffs. Next matchup was the Tampa Bay Bucks. Matthew Stafford played a lights-out first half, 250 yards, 3 touchdowns. Coleman, another almost 100-yard game, and Marvin Jones doing what he does best. Rookie Jamal Agnew with his first pick of the season here. He's been awesome since we made it into the starting lineup. And that secondary did force Jameis Winston to throw 4 interceptions. But next one up, we got the Bears. We came out. Trubisky was lights out. And once again, it was Tevin Coleman carrying us to the victory. And Jamal Agnew, second game with an interception. He's really showing it that it was a good idea for us to trade Tabor, Nevin Lawson, and Darius Slay. So we are very excited for the future. But as you can see now, right there, we are riding another win streak, a 3-game win streak here, heading into our final 2 games. We're going to go and play at Cincinnati. Then we'll finish back home Week 17 against the division rival Green Bay Packers. Both teams are out of the playoff hunt. And who knows? We think we should be able to get 2 wins here and finish on a 5-game win streak. That would be huge, winning 9 of our last 10 games. But if we can finish with 10 wins... as you can see, we're going to jump right to the playoff or the NFC North standings here. 10 wins should be good, maybe to get us at least into the wild card conversation. But you can see here, Vikings sitting at 9-5 atop the division. Lions right behind them at 8-6. Packers played their Week 16 game. They're at 5-10. Then the Bears in the bottom right there at 4-10. Lions still lead the division in points, but are also giving up the most points per game. That defense has been much improved, but it just hasn't been able to fully recover from the awful start that we had. We'll see if we can get it figured out. All right, it's the NFC North playoff picture. You can see their division leaders, the Vikings up there in the NFC North. The Bucs are tied in first with the Falcons for the South, but I think they own the tiebreaker. NFC East, the big surprise with Mike Chadwick and the Giants at 9-5. And then the NFC West, first place Arizona Cardinals right now at 10-4. 2 guys with a wild card spot as of now, with a Cowboy loss yesterday, puts the Falcons and Seahawks in the driver's seat for the wild card, with the Panthers, Cowboys, Lions, and Redskins still hoping to keep those playoff hopes alive. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. That's all we got for today. Just a quick little recap for you guys. We'll have an awesome episode here, or just after Week 17 or just after the playoffs, and we're going to kind of go over prospects we have an idea we want to take, go over all our draft picks, what our offseason plan is really going to look like, what players we're keeping on the roster, who's going to get cut. It'll be a jam-packed episode. That might be one of our longer episodes, so I figured I'd just put one out here just to kind of update everybody on where our Detroit Lions are standing currently. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully we'll have an episode talking about playoff recaps and a couple highlights, but it is going to be tough. We will have to see. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. I'm your host, Herman Moore, and thanks for watching.